welcome back to Living Room Sports presented by Armina Stone. We're lucky enough to have Terry Bradshaw with us tonight. And Terry, it's a popular debate. When will the NFL return? Do you think it'll be on time, on schedule?
I'm going to go on I'm kind of out on a limb. We got 4 months, or a little over 4 months before the season starts. And, I mean, I can't imagine we're still at this level right now. I got to feel like that we're going to be moving down into a safer zone. But I do believe football starts. Bob, I think we'll see football maybe in a different way that we've seen it before, such as no fans. We might see that, which I think the viewer would say, just give me football. You could see where the stadium is every 3 seats are full. There'd be separation. So every 3 seats are full with someone. And then the following home game, the odd seats come into effect, and those people have to stay home. I mean, that's just something I came up with. But there'll be, maybe we've got to all wear masks. All it's got to wear rubber gloves. I mean, who knows? But I do believe that football is going to be here. I believe we'll have it. I think even if it's empty, even if the stands are empty, America loves football. Love it. And we need something. NASCAR on Fox is getting ready to go with no fans. And I can't wait. I just want to see some competition.
No, I think that's a great point. Sports provides inspiration on so many levels of distraction. You're absolutely right. I want to ask you about a comment you recently made, Terry, about Ben Roethlisberger. You were asked, who's better, you or him? You said him.
Right.
Tell us why.
Well, I can name a lot of reasons. He's bigger. He's not faster, because I was pretty fast. He's bigger. His arm, about the same. We probably have about the same arm. He's much more accurate than I was. I like the way he stands in the pocket. He's great under pressure, a lot better than I was. I don't think I was very good under pressure. And I don't have a problem saying that, Bob. Maybe I would have had trouble saying this maybe 10 years ago with him. I've come around to him. I don't know him at all. But that doesn't matter. I'm evaluating talent. I just think, I mean, we're both Steelers. I've got 4 Super Bowls. He's got 2. I got him there. But that's about the only place I got him.
You know, a lot of people think that's the defining point right there, Super Bowls. Bob and I do a nightly talk show, a call-in talk show on TV in Pittsburgh. And you know how the fan base here is in Pittsburgh. They love the Steelers from the 70s, that era. And a lot of people came to your defense calling in and saying, I think Bradshaw's the best quarterback. He has 4 Super Bowls. I mean, that has to make you feel pretty good that there's still a lot of fans here that think that you are the best.
Well, I've never, ever walked anywhere in public and had a single person come up to me and say, hey, man, how many touchdown passes did you have? Hey, man, how many yards did you throw for? Not a one. They all say, hey, show me your rings. Let me see the rings. I mean, you know, and so that's the thing. And when I'm at Fox and all those guys, you know, I get picked on all the time because I'm the hillbilly and I'm the clown, you know, I'm the jester. And I'll say, okay, boys, time to pull out the rings. Let's roll them on the table here. Whoa, mine are still making noise. So that, you know, when you have a Super Bowl ring, you have an invitation to a special club that nobody can get into. Only those that have that ring. And when you walk in there, you're the equivalent to everybody else. I don't care who you are.
Terry, you're in a position of being an analyst. You often, you know, look at people, offer criticisms, critiques.
Right.
I know early on you were kind of hard on Mike Tomlin. I just want to get your assessment of what happened last year, and where is Mike Tomlin when it comes to best coaches in the NFL, in your opinion?
Well, okay. Let me first of all, let me explain my criticism. I've always had tough coaches. In high school, I had a tough coach. In college, I had a tough coach. Chuck Noll was a tough coach. I never had a player's coach. So I don't like player coaches. I don't like coaches bumping chest, you know, and all of that. I don't like any of that. And of course, I'm in California. You're in Pittsburgh. I've never met him. And then I tried to call him twice. He never called me back. And so I went, why didn't he call me back? I'm the Steeler. So I talked to Jay Glazer. I said, you never called me back, Jay. So I just chalked it up for what it was, made my comments. I got in a lot of trouble for it, a lot of trouble. Last year was his best coaching job. And I said it, and I said it 1,000 times, man. Heck of a job by Mike Tomlin. Won me over last year. Coached him up. Lost Ben. Connor hurt all the time. Offensive line not as good. So on and so forth. Starting to build their defense, getting it back. And so I thought last year was just a heck of a job.
Hey, Terry, obviously Pittsburgh and its fans love you. Do you still love the city?
Oh,
Do you
yeah.
still love the fans? Do you still love the Steelers?
Oh, absolutely. I've never stopped loving the Steelers. You go back and look at I've been 30-something years in television now. I've never criticized the Steelers. I've taken a person or two, a player or two, but no, I have always loved Pittsburgh. Unlike Brady and some of these other Montana, Unitas, Namath, Burt Jones, guys that left their team and went somewhere else. If Pittsburgh would have moved me or tried to move me, I'd have just quit. I'd have retired. I never wanted to play, but I wanted to play for one team, and that was Pittsburgh. And when I got there, yeah, it was hard. Damn straight it was hard. It wasn't easy. I had to learn how to study. Chuck was always on me about studying, and so I had to learn how to study. I just have always loved Pittsburgh. I love getting back there. I just don't get back there. I loved that night. I brought my girls there, and we got on the field. So I've had my run-ins. Even Myron Cope and I got into it. And I didn't get into it. Myron Cope got into it. So I seem to have rubbed certain writers wrong up there. They have an opinion that I turn my back on Pittsburgh. Well, let me explain something to the people. I turn my back on everything when it's over. When this ranching is over, I won't look back. When the Steelers were over, I didn't look back. When high school was over, I didn't look back. College was over. The only thing I missed was college. I did truly love college. So I've always been someone that shuts the door when a period of my life is over, because it serves me no good to sit back and talk about the past when there's so much more to do today and tomorrow and so forth.
All right, Terry, thanks very much. When we come back, we're going to have a fun segment, and it's called Pick a Side. We'll put Terry to the test. That's next, right here on Living Room Sports, presented by Armina Stone.